everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's low intensity workout. I'm Coach Tina. We don't need any equipment for today's workout, so just clear out some space, have a water bottle with you. I'm going to get my timer all set. Okay, so if you're doing this class as a replay, please just remember to leave a comment saying replay so that way I know that you took this class. No equipment, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. No equipment for today. Again, this is a low intensity workout. It's not meant to be super high intensity. It's just kind of a midday break to get some movement in to feel invigorated. So hopefully you leave this workout feeling better than when you came in. All right, so we are going to start with some pillar prep. I'm going to slide this stuff out of the way. We're going to be starting on the ground. We're going to start by warming up our shoulders a little bit. So let's get into a quadruped position. So on our hands and knees right here. We're going to do some scat push-ups. So just keep your arms straight, let your shoulder blades sink down, and then push yourself away from the floor, okay? So as you sink down, you're going to feel your shoulder blades come together, and then you're going to feel them spread apart as you push away, okay? So we're just going to go for about 20 seconds here just to kind of warm up our wrists, all of that wrist pressure, our shoulder joints. Remember, keep your arms straight. And you're basically just moving your chest, your shoulders, up and down. All right, moving on to a bird dog. So from here, we're going to raise our opposite arm and leg into the air. You're going to come down and connect your elbow to your knee, and then shoot right back out. 20 seconds on each side. Remember, it's opposite. So I have my right arm and my left knee. Elbow and knee connect in the middle, and then they shoot right back out. All right, let's switch over to the other side. Now I have my left arm and my right leg. Elbow to knee connect, and then shoot right back out. So this is starting to warm up our hips, our core, our knees, and our shoulders a little bit as well. All right, moving on to some movement prep. So this is going to prep our body for the workout ahead. Get a little bit more technical here. We're going to start with the hand walk. So start at the edge of your mat, reach down, touch your toes, walk your hands out to a high plank, and then from here you're going to swing your feet facing forward as you come up on one arm, and then swing your feet the other way, just like that. One more this way. All right, back to our high plank. Now our hips are going to go up in the air. Feel a good stretch here. And then slowly walk your hands back to your feet to standing. So we did 2 rotations on each side that time. Let's go ahead and do one more full rep there. So reach for your toes. Feel the back of your hamstring stretch. Slowly walk your hands out to a high plank. And then we'll start with our rotation. So swing your feet to the front. Other side. Again. And then one more. All right, back to our high plank. Get those hips up in the air. Downward dog here. And then slowly walk your hands back up. All right, now we're going to warm up our glutes and our hips a little bit more. So let's get into a little quarter squat position. Quarter to a halfway down to your squat, and we're just going to take small steps out to the side. I'm going to get a little bit lower in my squat. So this is warming up, like I said, our hips and our glutes. This is a great warm up. Just going to go back and forth about 30 seconds here. Taking small steps. Pretend like you're pushing something on the leg that's stepping, like you're pushing outward. If you had a mini band or something, you could throw that around your knees or your ankles. Let's go 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we should be feeling a little warmed up. I'm going to grab a small sip of water before we start. All right, so we're doing a circuit today. 4 exercises. Each one is going to be for about 30 seconds. Like I said, we've done any equipment, so we're just going to let our heart rate drop a little bit more before we get started. First thing we're going to do is offset push-ups on the ground. So basically, this would be a regular hand position for a push-up. We're going to start with 1 where it should be, and then 1 up high, do a push-up, and then switch. Okay? Just to switch that up a little bit. Offset push-ups for 30 seconds, starting in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. So I have 1 hand high, 1 hand low, and then I'm switching hands. It's kind of like you're putting your hands in those 4 corners of an X. Again, for this first round, I'm doing modified push-ups on my knees. Five seconds here. 3, 2, 1. All right, back up to our feet. We're going to take a wide stance here. We're going to do some alternating lateral squats. So our feet are going to stay exactly where they are. We're going to come down and squat over 1 leg. Opposite hand goes up. Back to center. Other leg. All right, now we can pick up the pace a little bit now that we got the movement down. 30 seconds here. So think of it like you're squatting over 1 leg, like you're reaching back. You're about to sit on a chair on that one side. Ten seconds. Five seconds. All right. Moving on to our hip hinge Ys. Standing position. Hips are going to hinge back. I'm keeping my back and my neck super flat, nice neutral spine. Hands start down, thumbs facing up. Just raise your hands up to a Y. So this is the end position, okay? 30 seconds. Squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top. We're getting our mid traps here, our rear delts a little bit, shoulder cuff muscles. Halfway through. Keep those thumbs pointing up. Keep your spine neutral. 5 seconds. All right. Back and shoulders feeling good. Let's move on to our squats. So feet should be about hip width apart, whatever kind of feels comfortable. A good way to find your squat position, just march in place, take a few steps. Wherever your feet naturally land is probably the most comfortable squat position for you, okay? So we'll start there. You're going to take a squat down. One hand is going to stay facing forward as the other one opens up to the side. Switch sides. We are holding this squat for 30 seconds. As we open up our chest, our shoulders, you're just kind of making like an L or a right angle with your arms, okay? 10 more seconds. It also helps if you look where your back arm is going. It helps you rotate a little bit more. All right, that's 30 seconds. First round done. We're doing good on time. All right, we'll see if we can get all 4 rounds in. rest for about 30 more seconds. And then we're going to start with those offset push-ups again. Again, you can do them from your knees, from your toes. I really like those push-ups though. All right. Let's start getting into position. So when you're getting into your push-up position, no matter if you're doing it from your knees or your toes, be sure to pull in your belly button toward your spine to keep your core tight the entire time, okay? It's not just a chest exercise, we're also working our core here too. All right, let's go. One hand up, one hand down. Offset push-ups, 30 seconds, let's go. If you've taken my classes before, I talk a lot about keeping your pace consistent throughout the workout so you're not just getting all of your really good reps in at the beginning and then you sort of trail off at the end. Try to set yourself a pace and keep it consistent. All right, that was 30 seconds. Back to our feet. Alternating lateral squat, okay? Really wide stance here. We're going to squat over one side, bring the opposite arm up, back to center, other side. We're kind of mimicking a runner's sprinter position. Also very similar to that first exercise, not the first, the second exercise we did, the bird dog where you connect your elbow to your knee. Let's go, 10 more seconds. Three, two, and one. Moving on to our hip hinge Ys. Start standing, shoot those hips back, keep a nice neutral spine, thumbs up, and then raise your arms up to a Y, just like this. Nice good squeeze at the top. Same thing here, keep that belly button pulled in. That way your core is working too and you don't feel all of that tightness and tension in your low back. Get your core involved. Take some of that tension off there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, moving on to our squat. Remember, march a little bit to get that squat stance down. All right, let's get into our squat. Hands out in front. One arm stays here, the other arm rotates back along with your gaze. Look where your hand is going. Here we go. Getting a little bit deeper in my squat now. Whew. Feeling it? Anybody else with this exercise? Let's go, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Really felt that time in my quads. All right, that's 2 rounds down. Let's see if we can fit 2 more in. Looking good on time. Starting with our offset push-ups again. All right, let's get started. 10 seconds. Get your hand placement ready. 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, one hand high, one hand low. Spread your fingers out wide. Think about pulling yourself down to the mat and then push yourself away. Keep it going. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Back up to our feet to our alternating lateral squat. Feet nice and wide. All right, we're going to squat over one side. Opposite arm goes with us. 30 seconds. Think about pushing yourself back to center from the outside of your foot and your heel. Let's go, 5 seconds. Good job, everybody. All right, moving on to our hip hinge Ys. Hips are going to hinge back. Thumbs up, right into a Y position. As for your hip hinge, I don't think I mentioned this before, keep a soft bend in your knees, okay? Think about pushing your hips back to the wall behind you and your head to the wall in front of you, okay? 30 seconds. Good squeeze at the top. Remember, keep that core engaged so you don't feel all of that tension in your low back. 10 seconds. Starting to feel it now. And rest. All right, moving on to our squats. Get your squat stance. All right, pull yourself down into a squat. Let's get it. 30 seconds here. Remember, follow your back arm with your gaze. Getting a little bit deeper in my squat. This one always burns the quads for me. Also, remember to keep your shoulders relaxed. As you turn, I don't want to see them creeping up by your ears, okay? Five seconds. All right. Let's rest. 30, 45 seconds here. Shake it out a little bit. Feel all that blood pump into my quads now. I think that was our third round. Let's get one more in. Yeah, that was definitely our third. Okay. One more round. Bring our heart rate down a little bit before we start. Keeping it very low intensity. Just waking up our bodies. Maybe mid-work day for you. Maybe in the morning. All right. Back to our push-ups. 30 seconds here. Offset push-ups. Remember, one hand high, one hand low. And then we're switching. All right. 30 seconds. And go. Last round. Stay consistent with the timing of your reps. Control your breathing. Your heart rate should not be through the roof with any of these exercises. Just a light little wake-up call, maybe. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right, back up to our feet. Here we go. Wide stance, alternating lateral squats. 30 seconds, and go. Remember, bring that opposite arm with you as if you're about to go for a sprint. Nice little exhale at the top. Almost done. We got 3 seconds. 2, 1. All right, hip hinge Ys. Let's get into our hip hinge stance. Feet shoulder width apart. Slight bend in your knees. 30 seconds, and go. It's really important to hinge over, because if you're just standing up straight, sure, you can get the same idea, but gravity is really working against us in this position because we're lifting up the weight of our arms. So the hip hinge is super important. 10 seconds to go. Keep that core activated. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, last exercise here. Let's find our squat stance. Some marches in place. All right, squat down. Get your arms ready. Let's start our rotation. Get a little bit deeper in your squat. This is our last exercise here. Don't let up. Nice rotation to the side. Opening up our chest. Whew. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Feel my quads again. I'm going to turn my heater off a little bit. All right. We'll get started with our regeneration. Cool down. Just grab a sip of water. Okay. All right, let's get started on our mat. Let's start with a kneeling position. Going to swing one leg out to the side. So now I'm kneeling down on one leg is out to the side. My hands are going to come down right in front of me. And then I'm going to rock myself back and forth. This is called an adductor rocking stretch. It's just a dynamic way to stretch out your adductors, get your hips moving again. We're just going to stay here about 20 seconds, 30 seconds on each side. Just kind of whatever feels good. Sometimes I find that one leg is a little bit tighter than the other one. So let's switch sides now. You can kind of just keep switching back and forth until they both feel equal. There's no point in just staying 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other if the other one still doesn't feel stretched out, you know? So just keep going back and forth until they feel equal. Again, we're just rocking back and forth from our hands, and then I'm shifting my weight back over my heel, my back heel, my butt. Just rocking back and forth. Our heart rate should be coming down now. All right, back to the other side. Now we're going to add in some T-spine rotation. So same starting position, one leg out to the side. Now I'm just going to have my left knee is down, my right hand is going down. So, I'm saying that wrong, sorry. My left knee is down, my left hand is down. My right hand is going to swoop through that opening I just made. I'm resting my hips back on my heel again. Kind of twisting yourself like a pretzel. One leg's going out to the side. One arm is twisting towards the other side. This is a great stretch for your mid-back, how we just did all of those hip hinge Ys. We're kind of stretching that area out now. We're twisting our T-spine, which we rotated the opposite way during our squats. All right, let's do the other side. So now my right knee is down, my right hand is down, my left hand is going to swoop through that opening I just made. You can take a few deep breaths here. You can just kind of stay here and feel the stretch. I feel it in my mid-back right now, like I mentioned before, from all of those hip hinge wides we did. A couple deep breaths if you want. All right, I'm feeling good. Hope you guys are feeling good as well. As always, I'm Coach Tina. Thank you so much for joining me for this low intensity class. Remember, if you did this as a replay, please just leave a comment letting me know that you took the class. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you leave this class feeling better. And I will see you guys next time.